Hi guys, this is Srivastava, architect from Valluru Architects, Andhra Pradesh, and let me introduce myself to you guys. Uh, I'm a I'm a new startup architect. So much fascinated about architecture. Really like things which are challenging to me, and so of course there is a proverb that if you say the one who is inspiration to you, then people will know how fascinated you are about something. My inspiration architect is Jack Angels, Swedish architect, who is a remarkable architect, and yeah, you go search for it, and you guys know about him more. And I want to thank Mr. Praveen Sai Bitra for the thing he shared me on the purpose of discussion about Everest reimagining the things of architecture and the construction industry future after COVID-19. So thanks for him, because it's a very challengeful topic where many people can stand on it and can give lectures of what is going to happen, and it will be a small part of me of my thinking, that what I want to say, and maybe if a point can be useful, and I'm so glad that it will be helpful to the future of this industry and to my nation. And as per we know, there are some questions that Mr. Praveen Sai Bitra has shared me, and the first question is how COVID-19 will impact construction industry. So as per me, for everything what I will be taking with, there will be two things, like positive and negative. So at first we will talk about positive or negative. We'll talk about positive things. Both are the of same subtitles, so let's go with labor. So first we'll talk about the positive things. Then I want to say one thing, that we don't know whether how much the impact will be on industry in India, and I'm daily listening into the debates of every single media thing, and I'm knowing that they are judging that either we fall apart because of this COVID-19, or we can regain something strong, and which can even impress the nation with possibilities of we'll be having after impact with China, of course. And my things are two things. Either the positive thing is, either we can have the major strength of getting back every production thing into her, or the negative things will be like labor. Labor already dislocated them to their own places, and so many people will come to Mumbai, Hyderabad for the places where they can work for industry, and this kind of things they dislocated themselves and abandoned themselves from the places of growing a crowd. So it can be a problematic thing to the real estate and the future rental values of urbanization, and ensure the urbanization real estate values will be breaking down so much. And the production too, it's a major problem for every single material, and for steel and other things, where Sensex brought down almost so many things. And of course the positive thing will be, once the thing is done, if we'll get so much of expansion on our production values, where labor will be returned back to the cities, and it's going to grow more. And as per my experience, I can't really say how much impact it will be on in India, but I'm surely expecting that will be a good thing if nature is getting back into realist position. And and the second question, we'll go for the second question, then we can understand where I'm going to think all of it. and challenges we face is the second factor. The main challenges we face are fall in economy, so that's a big thing. And once the people will come out of this COVID-19, there will be so much of traffic jams, so much of the same disciplinary what we are mentioning now can't be there, but people even get to know about the social distance, but the problems like traffic jams in big cities and the pollution will come back as same. And after all, the population is so much large content, so it can't be stopped by the bare hands. So the problems like traffic jams, planning, and the story comes. All we need to do is, the positive thing is, as the nature turned itself into a nice manner, and we have to increase the awareness more for sustainability, to grow more landscaping, and even the percentage of greenery should be increased. Even the things like sponge cities and urban environments and concrete structures can be managed to their importance into the city, so that the problem we are facing today for drinking water problem and water scarcity can be managed in future. And the third factor is, what should be the norms of construction in the future. But sure is a main important thing what I'm going to regulate this entire video on. I'm really interested to tell this thing that once upon a time India is the biggest agriculture sector, and even now. But the main problem is why architecture is not focusing on agricultural factors, and I'm really interested to know whether there will be a course like agriculture architecture, where the vertical forms can be designed by students, and where steel structures and concrete structures can be helpful to the humans, so the farms which are coming into floods, and the air tornadoes, because of what so many fruits are getting problematic and so many farmers are getting into problems, can be managed by real estate. Even increasing the real estate product in agriculture, increasing vertical farming can give some product to agriculture sector, and in the same site where we can productly give a 1-2-3 acres of product, which can be multiplied 6-7 times if it is going to be 6-7 floors of vertical farming. So I think this gonna help, if the projects of thesis will be coming so much attractive towards the future, and it's at the same time for sustainability, and this gonna encourage vertical farming in future to the and city and villages can also be developed at the same part. So I really want to ask all the related officials who can be part of the nation, where they need to be some invention to bring into the future. I want them to bring something like agriculture back into form, which can give so much of relaxation to the farmers. And I'm seriously interested in that kind of structures like agriculture architecture. That's a big thing, and where you can give so much life to every single part of our nation. And the fourth point, how can projects delayed during lockdown cover up? And that's a big thing, and we don't know when the lockdown is going to break out. And I'm seriously waiting for my projects to return. I'm also waiting what's the time to come out, and I'm seriously waiting for some projects to go on the same flow as before. And I'm seriously waiting for the time, and I'm really want every single person out there to be home and stay the particulars of government and instructions of them, and be safe. And thank you at last for Praveen Sahibitra for asking me, and and giving me a chance to tell what I think of about this thing. And a little voice, if little voice can make a big thing, then I think group of people who deliberately want to do something for their nation and for people around them, and they really want other people to raise their voices to tell what how it going to tackle the future generations of entire universe after this COVID-19. Thank you, Everest Reimagine, for bringing my ideas out. Thank you.